Welcome to day 14.
Day 14
of Confidence Camp. We're really glad that you're hanging in there with us. And today comes from a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt where she said, "Do one thing every day that scares you." And I've always just loved that quote. And when I think about the things that scare me, and to choose one every day, that seems really hard. Megan and I walked over here we're actually at a cemetery that's right near our office. And we're sitting here in the cemetery, and it's not a frightening place. But if we were here maybe on a dark full moon night in October, it might seem different. And so it doesn't scare us today, but it might scare us on a different day. So, Megan, when we talk about things that scare us, all right, one thing that's really hard for me is to go up in high places. I'm terrified of heights. And I think the thing that scares me about them is the potential to fall.
Yeah.
Even though it's never happened, but that potential to topple over the edge is always there. What scares you, Megan?
What scares me most is standing up in front of people and talking, public speaking, having to share a lot about myself in front of people is really scary for me because I'm really afraid that I'm going to do something ridiculous or say something stupid, or I'm going to look unintelligent and people won't take me seriously.
Well, how about your comfort with high places?
I don't really have a hard time with heights, as long as I feel generally safe and I don't feel like I'm immediately going to fall. I really like hiking in high places, and it doesn't really scare me like that.
And it's funny because I can stand up in front of people and make a complete fool of myself, and it doesn't make me fearful. So we're all very different in this way, and we have to find out what scares us and do those things, because there was a point in time where I was terrified of standing up in front of people. But with practice, I've gotten better at it and better at it. And I think also, as we were talking earlier, sometimes you need other people to encourage you to do things that scare you, or tell you that they can see your strength in that way. So we have a guest host today for our topic. And Megan, tell us about Kim.
Our guest video post today is from Kimberly Boucher. And when I was trying to think of somebody to help us with the topic of doing something that scares them, I immediately thought of Kim. I see her on Facebook almost every single weekend, out taking these crazy adventures with her entire family, even her parents, her husband's parents, and her small children. And they're hiking and they're wading through slot canyons, and I would have to imagine sometimes that seems really scary. I've also seen her over the years start many businesses, and that also is scary in its own right. So we want to welcome Kimberly Boucher. She is the executive director of the Ogden Downtown Alliance, and she also has her own marketing and PR firm. And she also just started a new business, which is a box delivery service that sends different coffee samples to your door. And she just started that, which I'm sure was another scary thing. And she combined her passion of coffee and community and bicycling. So part of the proceeds go to help community outreach for bicycling and support.
And the amazing thing about when we went to visit Kim and hear about the things that scare her is she was so calm and she was so collected. And here's another project, and here's another project, and we were just amazed at how calm she was, and even in doing the things that scare her. So we hope you enjoy her video today. At the end of the post, you'll find a challenge for your assignment today, and we will see you again tomorrow. Thanks.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Kim Bauscher. I'm the Executive Director of the Ogden Downtown Alliance, and I own a marketing and PR firm. Being a mom and a business owner and a director is probably one of the scariest things, each in their own right. They've been terrifying at times and continue to be so. And I think that you can learn a lot from being out in nature. I have a significant fear of heights, and my husband has put me in some precarious situations, whether it's climbing slot canyons or crossing a canyon with a fallen log or tree. And I think the only way you can really get over your fears is to push through them. And whether it's going to a meeting I don't feel comfortable in, or it's taking the next step with my business, the biggest thing that I've found is just pushing forward and continuing on. And I remind myself of that when I'm on vacations and out in the wilderness, and I think that relates back to everything that we do. Becoming a parent, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Becoming a director, no clue. But the most you can do is keep showing up and keep pushing in and keep pushing forward. And I think that helps you resolve fear and gain confidence as you go along. So whether it's for play or for work, keep on keeping on. That's the most we can all do. And just be patient with yourself in that process.
She ran to him, looked backward and said goodbye. She had taken his hand. Come on, baby.